I'm never surprised at the many guises in which Hamlet, that most mysterious of Shakespeare's tragedies, appears on local stages. The play and its conflicted hero famously wrap themselves around the time in which it is produced and reveal what unnerves us now. The often successful Central New York Playhouse, Hamlet, unfolding in stylized contemporary dress and design with an interesting use of projections, bravely scratches beneath the surface, but never quite draws blood. The tragedy is happily cut to a relatively trim and effective, for Hamlet, 3 hours. Hamlet, Prince of Denmark, returns from university to find that his father is dead and his mother, Gertrude, has quickly married the old king's brother. Spurred on by what appears to be the ghost of his father, who says that he was murdered by his brother Claudius, Hamlet sets out for justice, but beset by doubt and a very modern sense of existential fear, creates Shakespearean havoc for anyone in his path. Shakespeare in modern dress is by no means an innovation, and although it often brings the universality of the bard's place into clear focus, the approach also lays a series of traps, most of which are avoided at CNY Playhouse. It is, however, comical to have Horatio and the guards swear, "By my sword," while clutching a rifle. Pistols and blackjacks also figure prominently here. The production, directed by Margot Reed, takes a stab at interpretation in some interesting and some unsettling ways. A few bits, like the protesting rabble shouting outside the throne room in an early scene, are not followed up effectively, except by the inference given by the proliferation of red armbands and menacing undertones that Denmark under Claudius has become a fascist state. The state of Hamlet and Ophelia's relationship is also a novel twist here, although I think it lessens the hapless maiden's tragic dimension. There are also some amusing stylistic callbacks, with a little Tennessee Williams in the pivotal scene with Gertrude in her chamber. Violent touches veer into Tarantino territory as Hamlet suffers indignities not imagined by Shakespeare. The CNY Playhouse, Hamlet, it is buoyed by several striking performances. As the melancholy Dane himself, Liam Fitzpatrick lays out the stakes nicely with "Oh That This Too Solid Flesh," the first of the tragedy's 3 great soliloquies. The actor has a real command of the language and delivers the lines movingly. However, a danger with the play is that it can become a series of well-wrought set pieces, and the production sometimes succumbs to this tendency. What's missing is a sense of modulation, of doubt and fear pulling at the conflicted prince. The famous hesitancy gets lost in a rush of glorious language beautifully spoken. An excellent Simon Moody is Polonius, advising his son Laertes Michael Richard King, "This above all to thine own self be true," while not the doddering old man Hamlet mocks, Moody nails the Lord Chamberlain's pomposity and guile. His doomed daughter Ophelia is played by Lynn Barbato King, who captures the character's pathos in a fine mad scene. As the royal couple at the center of the tragedy, Alan Stillman and Katherine Gibson cut striking figures. However, the hard-working Stillman is a bit swamped by the scope of Claudius's villainy. Gibson, looking a bit like Robin Wright as Claire Underwood in House of Cards, with sunglasses perched on her head even in indoor scenes, successfully reveals the shock of Gertrude's understanding of her own part in the tragedy. Notable supporting players include community stalwart William Edward White, who delivers a comic tour de force as the gravedigger who gives the famous skull to our hero. Although acted with dignity, sympathy, and presence by Mickwin Jackson, somehow the parallel journey of Fortinbras, Prince of Norway, gets lost in the expository rush of words early in the play. A surprisingly large cast fills the other roles. CNY Playhouse's Hamlet is peopled by a real mix, with some performances sharply standing out and others more eager than experienced. This is the beating heart of community theater. The details. What? Hamlet, by William Shakespeare. Where? Central New York Playhouse, Shoppingtown Mall, DeWitt. When seen? May 11th. Length of performance, 3 hours with intermission. Attendance, around 30. Family guide, appropriate at the age a student understands and appreciates Shakespeare. Information, 315-885-8960, www.nyplayhouse.org.